Hi there, Virgo. Let's get into it. I love this card for work, the Ace of Wands. This is pure motivation, entrepreneurial ideas, just excitement and great ideas and passion and just going for it. The new beginnings and ideas and work opportunities and just everything positive that the wands. So, at work, maybe you're starting a new project, maybe you get a promotion, maybe you start a new job, or maybe something in your head shifts so that you approach your job in a different way, that you're able to feel more enthusiastic about it. Excuse me. So this is just a lovely card. The sun shining in the background, the growth on the wands, just the holding up of the hand, just like let's charge ahead, forward, just enthusiastic. It's clearing any clouds away. Really nice. And then the Three of Cups. Yeah, so I see you really sort of motivating or bringing together a group around a single idea. So if you find yourself, usually at work, we're working with some other people, whether it's coworkers or clients, to really be a positive, motivational part of the group, be a leader, enthusiastic, and try not to be negative and if you have new ideas, try to present it in like an exciting way. And this is a good lesson for me as well. Instead of, well, that's ridiculous that we're even doing it that way in the first place. We should be doing how about, what if we tried something like this, Yeah, and then see if other people catch on. That sort of mutual support and positivity and might be a nice way to try to bring this Ace of Wands energy into the core, the group. But this card does point towards good working relationships, supportive relationships within your work life. It's very nice. It could even mean going out for drinks with coworkers after work too, on a very mundane level. Socializing with coworkers. So the moon is about lots of things. But, if you think what has come to mind for this is the cyclical nature, of the moon, from the new moon to the full moon and back to the new moon. And that's just, it's a constant. It just is. You can't speed up or change the cycles of the moon. So it points to something that's a process. The moon is very influential. It literally pulls tides on a different celestial body, from the moon to the earth. It's very powerful, and so it can sway when the moon can influence us on a significant level, and especially on an emotional, intuitive level. I always say when the moon shows up, to really follow your intuition, and this is actually your card. So your qualities, find a way to take the positive qualities of your sign, which are, you guys are very calm and steady and caring. My roommate in college, oh my God, she was just lovely, and she put up with a lot from me. I was a little bit of a wild child back in the day, and she was just a constant source of calmness and strength, and has incredible integrity and character. So bring those beautiful qualities of your sign into the workplace, along with your enthusiasm and your ability to really be a solid, calm, caring member of a group. You're sort of just like a pillar of strength and calmness. Even when, you have like fiery personalities, or even when emotions can run high because of, the moon can make things seem confusing and stressful. I think this month your beautiful nature is going to really serve you well in the workplace. Um, but overall, a really nice cards for a potential new beginning. Maybe, in your dreams you will have, and these can be sleeping or waking dreams, an idea that really helps translate to a new beginning and a new level of camaraderie, in either between coworkers or with clients. Let's move on to love. Oh, the first card, we have the Four of Cups. So you might be feeling a little bored. Your relationship may feel a little stagnant this month. Or if you're not in a relationship, you may be really sort of glass is half empty. I'm never going to have one. When am I ever going to find someone? Just, that kind of a little bit of a pity party, but, that happens to the best of us. So try not to beat yourself up. But I do want to draw your attention, here's this big, beautiful cup with the lotus in it. And it's so enticing, but there are 3 cups back here, and maybe they're not quite as spectacular as that one. Don't overlook them completely. So perhaps, there's someone that likes you, but it's not the person you like, or it's not the type of person you like. Be careful that you're not going for the glitz and glamour and the person who brings you flowers and wanting all that. And, what about the person that back over here? Maybe, instead of beautiful flowers, he brings you a plant or something, you know what I mean? Or takes you on a picnic, guy or girl. Don't get too attached to gender. Maybe they're just going to be a little bit unusual, and it may be like, well, it's not your idea, but perhaps it ends up being what you want and you didn't even know it. So be careful not to get too down and depressed if things aren't exactly the way you imagined it. Don't be careful not to overlook other opportunities. And here's the Wheel of Fortune. And for me, this card really talks about learning to stay centered. There are always ups and downs, sometimes some more dramatic than others. But if you can learn to ride in the center of the wheel, you're not going to get crushed on the bottom, but you're not going to be up on top either gloating. You're just going to stay centered in the middle, riding through life with true groundedness and calmness and a real perspective that doesn't allow you to get too caught up in the depth of despair or, oh yeah, I'm on top of the world, because, everything is cyclical. And just like the moon card in your workplace, things do come and go, and try to just go with the flow a little more. And Judgment. So you're really going to be making some decisions about relationships this month. And, the Judgment card really points to sort of a reawakening, a rebirth, emerging. Think about what, the Judgment talks about, people awakening from the dead and emerging back into the light. So maybe if you've been in this sort of depressed state, maybe you'll meet someone or you'll get rid of someone that's, if you're with someone and you feel like this, I don't know, is that good enough? Is that what you want? Something's going to change. Maybe they'll leave you and you just didn't have you were just sort of like wishing things were different instead of taking actions to change, and maybe the person ends up leaving you, or you finally are like, I don't want to feel like this anymore, and make some changes. Or maybe your job changes and you have to move. I'm not sure, but something changes. Or and then you really sort of have this wake up call, and you go, wait a minute. I need to make some changes. I've made a decision about something, or someone, and to move in a different direction. Or it's okay that I'm single. It doesn't matter. I can be single. Like, there's nothing wrong with being single. And when the right person comes, they'll come, but I can't force that. Or I'm going to try online dating. I'm not going to sit around and wait anymore for someone to come to me. Or I'm going to have that difficult conversation with my partner. And if it ends up, and it may feel like a gamble. Look, I'm not happy. Is there a way to repair this? And it may be a gamble, and it may be the answer is no. It may run the risk of that relationship failing. But unless you run that risk, you won't really know where you will stand, because you don't want to stay here. I wouldn't want to stay there. And then by going through that process, you're able to go, okay, you know what? Now I can make some clear decisions. And, I think it's going to be sort of really transformational for you in a positive way. And you're just going to look at things differently and approach things differently and see things in a new light. Nice. Very nice. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care.